Notable albums, 2001, Extreme Metal. If you just want the music, head to the end, it'll be here somewhere. And if I've missed anything, which I know for a fact that I've missed loads of stuff from 2001, I don't own everything, unfortunately, but yeah, please add it in the comments below. If I like it enough, I'll add it to the playlist, and if not, it'll be in the comments all the time for everyone else to go and check out. Okay, I'm going to start off with a compilation thing, which I probably won't add in, but it came out in 2001, and it is My Dying Bride's Trinity, with 3 ultra rare EPs on 1 CD, so pretty cool. Next up we go with Deicide's, probably their weakest effort. It's not all bad, it's not all terrible, but there's definitely a lot of sort of laziness on here, sort of half-assed riffs, I think. Even Incineratum is better than this album, I think, listening back to it. But yeah, it's okay. It's but definitely their weakest effort for sure. Yeah, next up, Slayer, God Hates Us All. Some people don't like this album, I do. I think it's better than Diablos, and I think it's even better than some of the ones that came after it. Disciples, great song. Bloodline's very catchy. Payback's cool. Yeah, it got criticised for being a bit one-dimensional and shouty, but yeah, I think it works. I like it. I think it's a good album. Not obviously nowhere near as good as their earlier stuff, but still cool. Okay, next up a band I still don't really know how to pronounce. Is it Melashesh or Melakesh? But it's a cool album. Jinn, the album's called. This is, as far as I'm aware, this is one of the first real extreme metal bands that started to sort of use like Eastern scales, musical scales and stuff in extreme metal, or at least one that certainly stood out. There's Mr. Prescriptor from Absu. I think he plays drums on this. But yeah, no, they're a really cool band. I sort of went off them after Emissaries, couldn't get into them. They went a little bit too sort of rocky for me. But the recent stuff that I've heard coming out in 26 actually sounds quite promising, so hey ho, we'll soon find out. Next up, the sort of symphonic heavyweights, Du Vulgaire, with a very damaged, puritanical euphoric misanthropia, or misanthropia, I'm not quite sure how to say that. Yeah, unfortunately it's been completely ruined from being in that windowsill and getting wet, but the CD still plays and it's okay, so yeah. They're headed towards their peak at this point. For me, they're really getting really good at mixing extreme metal and the symphonic elements, keyboards and whatnot. Yeah, which for me peaked around Death Cult Armageddon time, and then after that it just all went downhill, in my opinion. But yeah, that's a really good album. Speaking of really good albums, got Pig Destroyer, Prowler in the Yard. Sort of non-stop, you know, super energy, grindy stuff. On Relapse, I've forgotten this has got that weird spoken intro, like the Stephen Hawking sounding voice about Jennifer. But yeah, no, that's a fucking banging album, really good. Oh, so we got some more My Dying Bride, CP in 2001 with The Dreadful Hours. Yep, My Dying Bride can be an acquired taste, but it's a taste that I've acquired, and when I'm in the mood for them, I absolutely love them. Yeah, really sort of sad intro on this, yeah, and the lyrical content I think is pretty dark as well. But yeah, fantastic album, really cool one. That one, very memorable. Okay, we got, if you're familiar with the band Cadaver, you might not be familiar with this band Cadaver Inc. So they are Cadaver, but for this album, I think it was this album only, they changed their name to Cadaver Inc. And inside here, unfortunately it's got a bit of dampy mould on it, but it came with a business card for the Cadaver Incorporated, fast, affordable murder scene cleanup and corpse removal. And I'm pretty sure on their website they gave the Norwegian government's telephone number as their contact, and actually had a few people ringing up asking to get rid of corpses, which is quite worrying. That might just be myth, but that's what I've heard. Anyway, regardless of that, this is a really good album, really harsh and aggressive, and yeah, Cadaver, amazing band, and Cadaver Inc. just as good. So we're going back into Death Groove territory. It was 6 Feet Under, True Carnage. I really like this album. Barnes has got some really, I think it's his lowest ever registered vocals on this one. But yeah, it's got some great songs as well. Impulse to Disembowel, Day of the Dead Walks, The Murderers. Yeah, there's some cool stuff on here. There's also a rather dubious duet with Ice-T, the rapper, but apart from that, yeah, so even that's okay. I wouldn't want to list the whole album of it, but it's still pretty cool. Hats off to them for experimenting. But yeah, I like that album. It's a good album. Next up is Akakoki with my favourite album by them, The Goat of Mendes. This is probably their most extreme effort, I would say. It's pretty brutal in places, and they're definitely pushing the whole, I don't know, sophisticated Satanist shtick that, I think did them quite well, really. Made them stand up from the crowd, and they definitely had the music to back it up, so fair play to them. But yeah, that's my favourite Akakoki record for sure. Goat of Mendes, yeah. Beauty. Okay, these are sort of the top 3 of the ones I own from 2001. I know there's bloody loads I've missed from 2001. I can think of a few already, but please add them in the comments below. I'm sure other people that aren't online usually recommend me lots of stuff, so I will use their recommendations to fill out the playlist at the end. Anyway, here's my top 3. So we've got Coldross, who's like, well, it's just on so many good records around this time. With Gorgasms, Bleeding Profusely, an absolute ripper of brutal death metal record. I'd say around the turn of the millennium, brutal death metal really found its feet, and it was taking that the most extreme metal of the 90s and really pushing it as to just how fast and brutal it could go. And that is a very good example of it. Awesome record. Number 2 is Valsa Goth, Atlantis Ascendant. This is an excellent album. As ever, Valsa Goth, one of the most unique bands to ever come out of Britain, in my opinion. Some people can be put off by the sort of over-the-top fantasy themes, but for me, it doesn't bother me at all. I think the songwriting is just so strong that even if you didn't like that, I think you could still appreciate just how good the songwriting is on these records. Amazing band. One of my all-time faves. So that's sort of one of my all-time favourite bands. They're a bit like the band Death for me. They don't have a bad record. They're like almost a perfect discography. And this is a band who I'm not so keen on the other 2 records, but I absolutely love this one, and it's one of my all-time favourites. Zyklon, World of Worms. Sort of, you know, clinical death metal, industrial elements, and some black riffs seeping in. Obviously, there's members of Emperor on this project. But yeah, I believe it was the guy from Limbonic Art who did the vocals on this first record, and they're easily the best for my personal taste. Yeah, I absolutely love that record. Classic, all-time classic, one of the favourites in my collection. So that's it. That pretty much for what I own from 2001. That's about it. As I say, I know there's loads more, so please recommend in the comments. If I like it enough, I'll add it to the playlist, which should be about here anytime soon. And if not, it'll be in the comments for all time. Okay, it's 2001 done. Next week, I shall delve into 2002. Cool. Cheers.